I think Pastor Andy shared a lot about the tips on how to do personal evangelism. Okay. Now for the content, I think he also mentioned the 4 spiritual laws, and I'm sure you know the 4 spiritual laws. Okay. Also, we have prepared. Our church has Andy 可以帮我把地上那些拿起来，然后就可以传一下给大家。And this is only in China. This is only in Chinese. You can get as many copies as you want. If you want to bring it back to Taiwan, if you want to use it here. So okay, the red ones are simplified Chinese. The green ones are in traditional Chinese. We have like hundreds of copies. Welcome to take some, and if you want to use that to give it to your friends, and you can. Okay, if you want to take it back to Taiwan, you can take as many copies as you want. Okay, so can we pass those? Can we pass those around? Yeah. And you're welcome to take as many copies as you want. Okay. Now we're not going to take a break yet because we actually have a lot to go through. So as we're passing this around, this has the basic Christianity. Okay, and so if you want more, you can take. We have like thousands of copies left. Okay, so go ahead and take more if you want to. Okay, there's a lot more on the ground too. So 就是可以拿很多都没有关系。OK， 好，那we're going to go through some logistic and admin stuff. So please go to page 6 on your handout. Page 6 and 7 on your handout. Okay. Andy, can you email me this?
Yes.
And Kitty, email me and Kitty this. Okay, so we're going to take care of some logistic here. There are 2 things I need to, I'm passing around, and you need to make sure we have the right information. Okay, this is your contact information, your home phone number, your cell phone, your contact in Taiwan. Make sure we have your correct email, and also some of you did not write on your application form. You did not write what should the church reimbursement pay to. Okay, you didn't write that information and really need that information. Okay, because in the past, maybe it's your Chinese thing. Maybe you need the check to pay to your mom, right? So you need to write. Make sure we have that information. Okay, so I'm going to pass this around and make sure we have the your correct information. This is the survey of your gift, meaning your talent and your gifting. We already filled some of this based on the application form that we got from you, but you're welcome to add anything. Okay, so if there's anything to add, to edit, please do it. And also there's a part for you to fill your reference, meaning this is breaking down into 4 categories: 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd and 4th grade, 5th and 6th grade, and junior high. So 4 categories. Make sure you write your preference. Okay, 5 meaning you prefer, 1 meaning you don't want to be involved. Okay, in that grade. Okay. Of course, we can't always go with what you want, but we'll try. Okay, at least this is for us to know how comfortable are you with that age group. Okay. All right, so this is also, I'll also pass this around. So make sure you fill that part, okay? And as that's being passed around, all the information that we will use is, for example, your age, your school, is your after summer status, okay? So for example, Faye, she is going to say she is UCI first year. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So Olivia is going to be UCLA 2nd year, right? Okay. So this is your after summer status. Okay. So that's what we'll be using. Okay. All right. So go to page 6 of the basic info. We're going to talk about. This is a very basic structure of what we'll be doing. Okay. We'll give you more details as we go up. So in 2013. This is what we will do. time that you're in Taiwan will be broken into 3 parts. The first part is the on-site training. This we'll talk about the training side. But this is mandatory because we do a lot of very, very important things. If you, let's put it this way, if you're not at the training, it's almost like very hard for you to serve, okay? Because we will go through a lot of stuff at training. We'll also practice skits. We'll also rehearse some of the lessons. Okay, so this is on-site training. This year, this on-site training will happen in Kaohsiung. Okay, and we will, we'll, live together and we will train together. Then comes week 1. Week 1 is July 13th to the 20th, and then from here we will break into 2 teams, and we'll go through. I'll show you the teams later. Okay, but week 1 we'll divide into two teams, A and B. Both teams are going to be in Pingdong, as you can see here. Our week 1, what we do is we join a group called BGM, okay, standing for Village Gospel Ministry. This is Taiwan Xiangfu. So we will be playing a supportive role. The way that these BGM camps run, which I will go into details in the next session, is they will have a local, the college or young adult team, to be the main teacher. Okay, to be the main coach and also the admin co-worker for the whole camp. Our job there is to help them, to play a supportive role. We'll also have our role in this camp, but mainly for supportive purpose. Okay, so that's week 1. Week 2 is from 20th to 28th. Then we'll go to 2 EXC churches and we'll have kind of like VBS. Sometimes we go to school. It's either VBS at school or VBS at church. But we'll also, each team will go to a EFC church. And for second week, we need to host our own camp. Okay, there's we are the main guy. The local church may have some TAs, may have some teachers aid that can help us, but mostly we're running the show for second week. And what we're doing is we're using this material to be our curriculum for week 2. Okay. Now, of course, the curriculum is, we cannot do everything they do, so we're going to modify their curriculum and use it, and we're going to modify it so that it's usable in second week. Okay. And this year, the modification of the curriculum will be done by Kitty. Okay. So thank you, Kitty, for doing the curriculum. But we will give you the curriculum. We'll teach you the curriculum. Okay. So that's our week 2, is we need to host our own camp using material here. So first week, not only we're there to help, you also need to observe how do the local team, how do they run it, how do they teach these lessons, okay, because we're going to teach very similar lessons in week 2, okay? So that's the basic layout of our 2.5 weeks in Taiwan, okay? All right. Any question on the basic layouts? Alright, let's move on to part C. This is expenditure, living expense, and fundraising. Okay, you should already read this. All these have detailed instructions online. So if you haven't read this, you should go online and read it. Okay, don't count on me to go through these details. Okay, all the details is online, and you need to read that. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to collect your living expense checks. Okay. So for those of you who did not turn in your M1 and M2 form by March 31st, then you need to pay $250 living expense. So can you now if you need to apply for financial, we're not going to give you a receipt. So if you're applying for financial aid and you need a receipt, you need to make a Xerox copy of your check. Okay, does that make sense? Because that's your receipt. Okay. So can we have if you let me read out who needs to turn in your it's actually on the let me read who needs to give me checks. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I need checks from Genevieve. But you only need to pay $150. Okay. Yeah. And Henry, Jeremy, Justin, Kitty, Maggie, Mimi, Randolph, Scott, and Tina. Okay, so these are the people that you need to give me your 250. Actually, give Kitty. Okay, so can you? Any of you need to make Xerox copy of your check? Okay, if you need to go make Xerox copy, Kitty, can you help too? You can just do it. Like there's one in this.
No one else needs Xerox. Okay, go on.
那还是去远的那个好了。Everyone else, okay, you already have a copy, right? Okay. 你可以等一下好了，可能有一些人还要，yeah.
现在好。
Okay. All right. Anyone did not bring your check? Okay.
Do it tomorrow.
Okay. Find Kitty and give it to her. Okay. All right. Yeah, but okay. Make sure you give it to me tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Anyone else that you did not bring your check?
No, I did.
You didn't bring your check?
No.
Okay. 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 So what do you want to do? Yeah. So Scott, tell me. So what do you think you can do? Do you think you can give it to me tomorrow?
Then someone needs to pay. I know another family member of mine can pay $250 on a check.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So can you make sure you give that check to Kitty? They can. You don't have to write the check yourself, but can you give that check to Kitty?
A check by myself.
It doesn't have to be by yourself. It can be from your family.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So can you make sure you give that check to Kitty tomorrow?
Yes, but where could she be tomorrow?
It's your job to call her and ask her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So ask for her number, okay, and Randolph you too, okay, and make sure you call her tomorrow at church so that you can give the check to her, okay, because we really need that, okay, it's we can't wait for everyone, we have to wait for everyone, so that's why we need that, okay, all right, is that okay? So Randolph and Scott ask for Kitty's number, call her tomorrow and give her the check tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can my mom write it when she comes to pick me up?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, alright. Okay, everyone else you're good, right? Okay, alright. Any question on this? Okay. Alright, yeah, you know, one thing we really need you to do is because I personally have a lot of logistics to handle. It's more than you can imagine, and so does Kitty. So we really need you to turning everything by the deadline. Okay, we really need you to follow these guidelines. Otherwise, we don't have time to. We simply don't have time to hunt you down for all these. Okay, so please help us out. Okay, because we really need you to follow these guidelines. Okay.